If my fiance only needs his physical for his K-1 visa, but his interview was over a year ago, will he still need to interview again, or will there be any additional paperwork since it's been so long? That's a really good question. I'm glad you're thinking proactively about this. And the answer is, I don't know. Whatever the embassy is going to ask you for, they can ask you for. So, um, you know, typically, it sounds like you didn't have a physical exam, but you did have an interview. Sometimes it depends on what happened with your interview. And again, I don't know if this is someone that I know anything about your case, which obviously I would not say on Facebook Live, even if I did, but I don't really know the context of the situation. So sometimes when you go to an initial interview and they ask you for something else, or there's some issue with your case that you have to resolve first, sometimes they just want you to resolve that issue, and they have you send in the information to resolve it. And then they'll just say, okay, send in the information and send in your passport and we'll issue the visa. Other times they do interview you again. So it's really a case-by-case basis. Also, in general, whenever cases are ongoing for a long time, sometimes they'll ask you to update things that are really outdated, like financial forms that you had, or your taxes, or even your relationship evidence. So all of those things could be updated. And I always recommend, even you're going to need that stuff updated for the green card application after your fiance comes into the country and you get married. So I would just kind of always set aside your paycheck stubs and your taxes and things like that, so that you're kind of, they're easily accessible for when you want to, if you have to update it. But I would just, I don't know if you're represented in this case, but, kind of go with what the embassy's asking you for, but be poised to give them anything. Like, you want this? Here you go. Like, I've got it all. You know what I mean? Just kind of keep yourself organized. I'm glad you're thinking ahead about it, but there's no definite answer about this. It really will depend on the embassy, and they are highly variable in general of what they ask for.